everyone, welcome back to Backtrack Cinema. In today's video, I will be ranking my top 10 moments in the Halloween franchise. With its moody cinematography, iconic kills, or just great dialogue, Halloween has proven its legendary status in the horror genre. So sit back, relax, pop some popcorn, grab a drink, and let's talk my top 10 moments in the Halloween franchise. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema, where we talk movies of the past that you know and love, and my top 10 Halloween moments, guys. This is going to be a good one. And just for the record, you know, this is not my favorite horror franchise of all time. I do like a lot of other horror franchises a lot better, but these 10 moments, these are moments I really love in the Halloween franchise. And I know a lot of you love this franchise, so you know what? Maybe I can give you some insight to these moments. I hope I can. I'm not the end-all expert on the Halloween franchise, but I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. So comment down below. I want to hear your guys' favorite moments from the Halloween franchise. Let's have a good, safe, mature discussion in the comments. We're just here to talk about movies, talk about these moments, so let's have some fun talking some Halloween. So let's do this. So my number 10 is Mrs. Elrod and Alice's kill from Halloween 2. I love this whole sequence. I mean, when I first watched Halloween 2, Alice's kill just shocked the hell out of me. It was a jump scare that actually worked. I mean, I knew Michael was there in the house somewhere, right? Or whatever. And the way she's walking by and it's got you looking up at her, that camera angle, and he just comes up and stabs her in the chest, presumably, and the blood goes everywhere. I love that. But before that, I just love how, you know, he grabs the knife from Mrs. Elrod while she's watching the TV about him, about all these people being murdered. And then you see the Mr. Elrod. Then you see Michael behind her, you know, grabs with the knife and just takes off. It's quick, but it's awesome. I really love it. So between that and Alice's kill, I think it's a fantastic moment. Coming at number 9 is Kelly Meeker's death from Halloween 4. We all love Kelly Meeker, guys, don't we? Let's be honest. We all love her. Swing. But anyways, you know, she's coming in her freaking nightie. She got the nightgown on. She's coming through with the coffee to the sheriff, and Michael's rocking on the rocking chair. I love this. I love this because she thinks it's the cop or the deputy, whatever you want to call him. He's already been killed, dead, stowed away somewhere, and that when she finds him. And it's just that, you know, that really slow, great music from the Halloween franchise, you know, where it's like, dun, 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 dun. And I feel like it's even going slower here, you know, really taking it in, you know, drawing you in and everything. And when Michael kills her with the gun, it's pretty awesome. It's one of my favorite kills in this franchise, but it's just the whole mood of it. It's all mood to me, this scene. I just absolutely love it. Just the way he's rocking in the dark, you know what I mean? You know, even though he's like the wind, he's not supposed to, he's there, he's not, but there's something really methodical about him. Coming at number 8 is Cameron's death from Halloween Kills. No! Oh God, man, this kill is awesome. And how do you take a douchebag character like Cameron and still feel sorry for him? Because then when Michael's killing him and Allison has to watch and she's trying to fight him off and stuff like that. But just the way Michael fucks this kid up, man, it's just like, holy crap. It's very intense, and I just love the score that's beaten behind it. You know what I mean? He runs the kid's fucking head through the rails, and then he comes around the freaking stairs, looks at Allison, and just takes the guy's neck and like that. I thought it was awesome, man. I really enjoyed this kill, and it's just intense. I mean, that's one word how I describe it. I thought it was intense and Michael fucking people up, man. Just pretty awesome. Coming at number 7 is the end of Halloween 4. Now, this movie is a fan favorite. I don't like it as much as other people do, but the ending's awesome. It's too bad Halloween 5 took a fucking big pile of shit all over it, because I love the direction that they were going to go with Jamie and Jamie Lloyd's character, and how she, like, Michael's kind of passed on to her, and, you know, killing her, presumably killing her stepmom, and she's just standing there with the scissors, the clown mask on. I just love the way it's shot, and Loomis going fucking nuts, going, no, no, no. He was going to fucking kill her. At this point, Loomis has had enough. He's done at this point. He was just like going to blast a little girl. It's all repeating itself all over again. And I just love the cliffhanger of it all. Just watching this for the first time as a kid, I was like, that's messed up, man. I just always enjoyed this ending. And Danielle Harris is great as this character. And, what a great way this story could have gone. The shape now being this young little girl. I think that would have been a great way to go, but it's a great moment. It's a really great homage to the first movie too. Coming at number 6 is Annie's death in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh God. Oh no, Annie.
Well, let it be said, I'm a fan of this movie. I do like this movie. I like how it's really dark and intense, and it's got a lot of psychological component to it. But man, this scene, I get how people could hate this movie. I understand where you're coming from. I understand. Trust me, I understand. But this scene, from what I've heard and what I've read, talking to people, the community, seeing posts, everyone thought this scene was great. And because of Sheriff Brackett and the performance by Brad Dourif, that is such a heartbreaking, emotional scene, because you're still invested with this character from the first movie and his character, and it transcends to the second movie really well. And you're really you're more on Annie's side on the first half of this movie, because Laurie's treating her like a big pile of fucking garbage. You know what I mean? And when she dies, it's a great character arc for Laurie. And just that performance, man, is absolutely just heart crushing, kicking the fucking balls, man. And her naked and just full of fucking blood. And when Michael shows up and she's in the mirror and she sees him in the mirror, and it does that slow-mo, and just, I love it. I think the performance is all around, but Brad Dourif, man. And it has a little payoff later. And when he finally gets his hands on Loomis, and he's got like I don't know, did he have a gun to his head? I can't remember if he had a gun to his head or he just grabbed him, but he's like, I want to fucking kill you so fucking bad. I want to kill you so bad. He's like this. I fucking love it, man. Brad Dourif is the man in this. I love this version of Sheriff Brackett. Coming in at number 5 is Bob's death from the original Halloween. Guys, this is just iconic for me. This is just iconic. Maybe not one of your guys' favorite kills. I love it. I love Bob's death. I mean, it's kind of like a trope now, but this was kind of like the beginning of a lot of that stuff. Guy goes downstairs, kind of hears something, getting the beers for his lady and stuff like that. And it's just he looks in one thing, opens the pantry. Out comes Michael, and this is where we really see Michael move really quick for the first time, I think. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure, because I always look at Michael as like an alligator or a crocodile that really still, not even moving a hair on his, he's wearing a mask, but you know what I mean. And then he just snatches, you know what I mean. He's like lightning, you know what I mean. And the way he attacks Bob, and the strength and the head cock, and he stabs them, and it's just that fascinated, or like, oh, look what I did. Did I do that? I don't know. Who knows what's going on through Michael's mind, right? Because he's the shape. But there's an extremely great little payoff too. Just imagine yourself in the theater, and it's dark, and that kill comes up, and then Jamie Lee comes over, and she's got her hand on the doorknob of where Michael come out to kill Bob. And you can almost see Carpenter directing her. And I'll pause, sit there for a moment, and you can almost hear the crowd, saying, "Don't open it! Don't open it!" That's how you direct a motherfucking horror movie, man. That's how you do it. And you want to learn how to make a horror movie, you watch this movie, because it's fantastic. Fantastic moment with Bob's death, and just all those little nuances inside of it. Coming at number 4 is Michael's return in Halloween 2018. Now, this is just long tracking shot we get with Michael coming back to Haddonfield. And, that shot of the little trick-or-treaters hitting him. And then, they look up, and there's Michael. And this is the first time, this is great, is we see people everywhere going out trick-or-treating, partying, and all that. And there's, this threat. There's this Michael's back, and that music kicks in. And he's, walking like Michael does. He's walking slowly, and, gets the hammer, and, goes around, kills the lady in the house. You know what I mean? And then, that freaking moment, that moment where he's, the baby's crying, and he just stops. Then he continues on. Oh, God, man. When you're in the theater, me and the wife, we're both like, are we going there? Are we going there? Are you going to kill a fucking baby? Right? I just love how he just pauses, though. And I think David Gordon Green directed a fabulous scene here. I think it's fantastic. It's great because it's like Michael's return to Haddonfield. This version of Michael is one of the best we've ever seen. So it's why it's so great. Coming in at number 3 is the flashback scene in Halloween Kills. Man, I just love this scene. I love this whole scene in the uncut version, like the extended version. This trilogy didn't land like I wanted it to. It was pretty disappointing as a trilogy. But David Gordon Green directed his ass off on this. You know how hard it must have been to recreate Haddonfield as if you're back in 1978. And they did it great. This was more moody. This was more atmospheric. This was more slow burn stuff. You know what I mean? It was like a movie within a movie. And I love it so much. Where the sheriff stops the kids and he goes, "Kids, go home." Some babysitters were killed down the street. And then they were like this. And then you got Lonnie Lamb. It's really centers around him for a bit, where he sees Michael in the bush and Michael's gone. Right? It's just, it really captures the shape. He's there, and then he's not. We're at the Myers house, and this is where the deputy gets shot and shit like that. And, this is where, the way Michael attacks the deputy and everything like that. The only thing I don't like is that you can see his eyes. I wish they would have blacked the eyes out better, but, but the flashlight was pointing on him, right? So, maybe there's some probably reason for that. And the way they end this scene where Michael comes down and he's like that little kid again, holding the knife. He's in a trance. Michael comes down in a trance, and they did Loomis fairly well too. I think they did a decent job of getting Loomis right. I mean, there's obviously it's not Donald Pleasance. Obviously, it's but I think they did their best. But this flashback scene, I could just watch it over and over and over and over and over and over. I love it. Coming at number 2 is Michael breaks through the closet in Halloween 1978. I love this moment so much. I mean, this moment, just because she's in a closet, Jamie Lee, it feels so claustrophobic. Where the rest of the movie up to this point, when she first meets Michael or sees the shape, it's very wide shot. Everything's very wide, you know, and it slowly starts, you know, we slowly start feeling more claustrophobic as this film goes on. And then she's in a closet. The camera's looking up Michael. He's busting through that fucking thing. And we're like, oh, she has no fucking where to go. She has nowhere to go. This is where the movie's getting intense, and it's really ramping up, and she ends up getting away and everything. But I just love the moment, the way the light's flickering, and you know it's dark, and then you see him full in that mask, and it's very bright, and then you know as the survivor girl she is, you know, she gets the coat hanger in his eye and seems to escape, or in the throat, I think, or the neck or something. In the neck, I think it's in the neck. Great moment. Just love the visual of it, and just how they've built up to this moment. Just a great build of tension to this moment. Coming at number 1 is The Blackest Eyes from Halloween 1978.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
This is what it's all about. This is probably the creepiest part in this whole movie for me, where Brackett and Loomis, you know, roll up to the Myers house and they go all the way upstairs, and he's kind of telling that story, you know, about Michael, you know, how he met him, and you know how he tried to help him, but once he discovered there was just evil living within this child, he tried to contain him, and it just sends a chill down your fucking spine, man. You know, where he's like, I met this 6-year-old child with this pale, blank, emotionless face, the devil's eyes, the blackest eyes. You know what I mean? It's all in Pleasant's performance. You believe that he's this doctor. He's so fucking convincing in this movie. You know, and when you're the psychiatrist is freaking terrified, you know you got a killer on the loose, is not to be fucked with and not to be underestimated. But just, you know, that classic, you know, dun, 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 that music going on while he's speaking the Brackett is just freaking crazy. How agitated and nervous he is, and you know, all this kind of stuff, man. It's the best, man. It kind of sums up. It's all we need to know about this character. That's all you needed. This freaking doctor, you know, tried to reach this kid and he couldn't. And this kid just snapped one day, killed his sister, and just went, you know, mute. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic scene. I mean, like I said, this is not my favorite franchise, but it's got some killer moments, man. Absolute killer moments. Those are my top 10 moments, guys. What about you? What are your top moments in the Halloween franchise? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you've been enjoying the spooky season this October. I hope you really like this video on my top 10 moments of the Halloween franchise. So please just comment down below. Let's have a great, mature discussion in those comments. And go down the rabbit hole. Check out my other videos I've done on Halloween and horror and all that jazz. And you can just go down there, have fun on the channel. You know, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. Producing great content all the time. You know, usually 2 videos a week. So I appreciate it very much for you guys watching. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema. I will see you next time, and I will see you in the movies. Cheers.